look like the cops. Nice. I like looking like the cops. It's not a bad look. I can't really look scary, so might as well look like a cop. It's your boy GRC. This is Crypto in the Morning. We're live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're sponsored by Bang Energy. At least my nucleus is sponsored by it. I'm feeling amazing this morning. We're having Jake Sharpe on today, guys. I really do like Jake, and he's hustling harder than all you plebs. Seriously, he is. He really is. Like, he really is. And I don't say that about too many people. I'll say it about a few. The Sam Stoltz of the world, the Jake Sharps of the world, the Bullish Oxes of the world. They like to get it done. And that's why we like to have them on the show. We're going to be talking macro. We're going to be talking life. We're going to be talking Hex prices. Hex is really cheap right now. I had a little realization last night, and I did a little buy and stake, just to keep the time moving. Feels nice. Feeding the future a little bit at a time. Nothing crazy at all. I'm talking $300, but it makes you feel like $1 million. I tell you, when you're investing into the future, when your primary focus is investing into your future, it's a good feeling. It lets that tension off a little bit. You know what I mean? You're like, oh wow, man, I got assets. My house has 200,000 equity. I'm sending my Hex to the future. I'm providing liquidity between two assets I really like. I mean, come on, guys. Are we talking freedom? Yeah. At the end of the day, we talk about a lot of these restrictions, but I think sometimes we should also talk about the freedoms that us really smart guys get to. When I say smart, I mean the guys that just dig into this shit. You don't have to be smart, but you just got to be paying attention. You can really make your life feel fucking great, but it takes a good amount of effort. Pretty damn decent amount of effort. And it seems like it doesn't take effort to some of us, like me and Sam and Jake, because it's so freaking fun. Like, it's fun. Like, yeah, there's a grind in between everything, but it's fun. This is fun. I don't want to play those stupid government games anymore. Anyway, let me get off my rant because my family's probably already turned this off. Guys, I have a couple of things to show you. Bullish, we're good to go showing that, right? I didn't even ask him yet, so
he stepped out for a second.
Okay. Well, if he preloaded it, then I'll do it, but I might have to do. Oh no, he did preload it, guys. GRC's making it big time. But no, that's not what this is about. This is about the KSB. I'm such an idiot. The KSB.TV/golf tournament. I'm going to be there. It's all booked. I'm booked. Hotel booked. It's booked. I'm going. I was going to say something extra, but I don't want to mention that. There's like parties and shit. We're giving away free tickets on this show all next week for the Power City sponsored, again, I don't know exactly. I'm not really a concert goer, but I'll go to a concert and I'm giving away free tickets to people that love concerts in Vegas, guys. 3 days. There's like house parties. There's all sorts of shit. I don't know what I'm getting my ass into, but I'm going to stay. I'm going to keep my side of the street clean while I'm there. Go to bed early, hopefully. Guys, real quick, KSBTV/golf. GRC's doing a little talking in the background, but bullish is the magic here, guys. Let's get into it. KSB.TV presents the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. We have 2 shotgun times, 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Registration is 1 hour prior. The Concord course offers a 7,034-yard par 72 layout with Bermuda fairways and large greens. The spectator pass is $55. The individual golfer is $195. In the golf foursome, $750. Play Golf Network with others and win crypto prizes. September 5th, 2022. Contact us at KSBTV/golf. Guys, biceps for Bullish in the chat. He is a wizard, man. I'll tell you. That guy is saving my ass. Literally. And I mean, I would get work done anyway, but the learning curve here on some of the GRC is not the best. He tries. Some people give me credit for being good at it, but Bullish is a wizard. He has been doing this for longer than GRC's been alive. And that's the truth. And that's why I defer to him to a lot of that stuff. And he's an awesome guy. So there's that. Guys, if you want to go to the golf tournament and do all that stuff, join me. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm going. I don't go many places. So when I go somewhere, I'm going. Your boy GRC is going to be there. Like, it's for real. He's leaving the man cave. I'm excited, guys. Let's get into the show today. In 5 minutes, we are having Mr. Jake Sharpe on. Let's introduce Sam and let's get going, guys. Don't forget the official rapper, artist, alpha male, DeFi proof, crypto in the morning, every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern.
You already know what time it is.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phones.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Ready to take notes.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phones.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Ready to take notes.
Smoking a blunt on my way to the gym. 11 a.m. and I'm already tuned in. Got me some hacks and I'm making a stake. Got me some hydro, I'm making it rain. Pay me some maxi and that's just in case. Jim Reddit sent me to show you the way.
DeFi proof.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phones.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Ready to take notes.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Crypto in the morning.
Waiting on phones.
Crypto in the morning. Crypto in the morning.
Ready to take notes.
Whoops.
Did I catch that right? That you set up your LP position?
No,
okay.
I was just talking in a land where I do things correctly.
Every day. Good to see you, brother.
I need to remind. I do things like that, and I know you don't. We don't operate exactly the same, but my brain, if I say something to myself enough times, I'm learning. It comes true. It just happens. Like, how I always am like, yeah, I should be providing liquidity. Like, yeah, I should be. Like, I know I'm going to do it, and that's usually the path to start for me, because I'm a little risk averse, believe it or not. Like, I'm a little risk off in general. Like, I just don't. I'm just like
coming from the person who quits a 9-to-5 job making $85,000 a year to make videos for the internet, making a whopping. Well, you're making obviously money, but you're not super.
No, but the whole thing is like the value prop was gone for $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Dude, no, literally, you said that, and like it sounded like a bold statement. 5 years ago, that would have I'd been like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Now I'm like, nope, value prop was gone.
And that is the high risk play. Like, staying at the job is the high risk.
It seems high risk doing it the other way to me,
which is
low risk.
Exactly.
It's like I have more options now. More people text me. More guys like Bullish want to teach me stuff and be awesome. And like I'm like, oh, this is great. Like I'm gonna stay right here and work as hard as I can, because everyone's value comes in different forms, right? Like Bullish's value comes from a lot of his past experience, and then a lot of it's automatic. But I know for me, since I haven't done so much, a lot of mine has to be doing the footwork, right? Like I got to do the footwork. I got to be in the trenches and like do a lot of the messaging, this, that, really pushing as much as I can, doing that kind of stuff. So everyone has their own, way they can push hard. It's been really fun.
Hey, that voiceover that Bullish put together, like, look,
Okay.
the mustache made the voiceover for you, just like, right? But Bullish putting it all together with the graphics and the design, like, that's awesome. That came out fantastic there. Love the mustache. This is from Benny Blanco. Thank you, bro.
Sam, I got absolute criticism about BankX in my telegrams from many, many people, and we're not going to go over that right now, though. because that's like I didn't even look at it.
Let's touch on LP real quick.
Yes, that's always a topic of discussion since it's what everyone should be thinking about. A little bit.
This month, my objective is to break $10,000 in LP income, right? So that's what is LP income? Liquidity provided. So that means you're just earning fees from other people trading. You don't need to trade yourself. You set up a position, you earn fees. You may or may not need to adjust the position if things change, right? Like if the prices go outside of your range, or if you provide liquidity on, say, Pancake or Sushi or some of these other platforms, they don't have concentrated liquidity. And I need about $330 a day. I added in some more money last night and around 9:45. And as of from 9:45 till this morning, so basically 10 to 10 is 12. So 13 and a half hours, I'm at about $300, $285 in 13 hours. So it looks like I might be on track to hit that $10,000 objective of LP income this month. Bro, why are not more people doing this? This is absolutely insane. I don't know why more people are not doing this.
It's just early. Like I'm realizing just from what I know about social normal and shit, like what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing with the numbers there. There's just a big premium there. I've been saying that word way too much, but I love the word because I never used it before and now I understand it. But there's just such a premium there, so there's a learning curve, but there's just like an explosive like move to the other side. Like once you learn, right? Like you're gonna go over there. Like once you learn, you're just like, oh shit! Like this is what the rich people be doing. Like this is why they're the rich people. It's because they actually are thinking about everything. You know, they have their stakes, or they don't have their stakes. Just like Jack Levin came on here and told everyone he's rich as fuck, and he doesn't stake his hex. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care what you think. He doesn't care if you think he's wrecked. He's living in a mansion with his family. He doesn't care. So again, I just want it to be every situation's different for everybody. So just remember that. Jack tweeted something out. I actually definitely wanted to show this. He tweeted out, Jack's a full-on Hexagon now. Like Jack went from being Google guy, 350,000 subs on Twitter, to fucking pure blood Hexagon within moments. And when guys like this are Hexagons, man, it brings a good crowd because this is a good guy. What does he say here, Sam? Why don't you read that for me? I'll just sit back for a second.
Cool. So Jack Levin, for context, is I think the number 24 person at Google, right? He was the 24th person on the team, 21st. Thank you. 21st person at Google, like starting the company, setting everything up. He was doing that, and then he left, right? So a lot of times when you are on board at that time, you get stock options and or equity. And he tweeted this out. If you want to go back to that tweet, he tweeted this out yesterday. I think this was yesterday. Yes. Who are your top favorite 3 Hexagons besides Richard? Mine are Crypto Coffee. I don't know who that is, but it's no, just kidding. I think he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
He's been on the show one time a while ago.
Yeah, way back.
He was the first person to open his stream and open his mind. GRC, who the fuck is that? I don't know who that person is.
That's your boy, Jimrat Crypto. Why don't you guys clip that out and send it to the ether?
And then Sergey Kisologoff, first one to tell me about Pulse and Richard Hart. So, bro, you built some trust. Never trust a mustache. But you built some trust with Jack Levin, which is awesome.
And the reason Jack enjoys coming on my show and talking with me is because I just treat him like a normal guy because I just think he's a normal guy. And everyone else treats him weird and like has like a rubric for him. And I think he just enjoys the conjecture from people because, to be honest, I think
I got something new for the background here. So this is called a letter board. I'm thinking right back here or right back over here, and with one of my sayings on it with white lettering and maybe a light on the backside of it.
Sam's getting busy.
Fancy.
Thinking.
Fancy.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but you went through and you said you purchased a little bit more Hex last night. What sparked you to do that?
Just time. Like a couple weeks goes by, it stays sideways. Everyone drawing their little triangles and charts. Man, I'd love to pull those motherfuckers up. I would really slaughter so many of these, not Hexicans, but everyone. Whether it's Trayvon, like every time I turn on his show, he's like looking at a fucking triangle that's headed some way. And I'm like, dude, it's going sideways, bro. Like, wait for the Fed. Like, just wait. Like it's like triangles here, but maybe it's here. It's like, no, you just have nothing to talk about. Literally, because you're bored. Like, they're just not excited about streaming anymore. No, and I'm not talking about him, but I was just talking about like talking about price action to me is like licking dirt. It is. And do we ever look up charts and like extrapolate our moves? We don't even think about it because it's silly.
Yeah, correct. And if you look at
but it's in the beginning, I just thought I didn't know what they were talking about, and then I figured out what they were talking about, and then I realized it was silly again.
Yes, 100%. If you look at the research on like, there's different types of technical indicators, and like the people who are really deep into it, they like say that they recognize patterns and shit like that. And so you take these popular indicators, whether it's Bollinger Bands or your moving average is 20 days or 200 days or crossover from one to the other, or some type of oscillation measurement, or some type of different pattern that is supposedly there in like the chart. And if you look at this, any of the research that has tested any of these things has shown that it is not successful. Like when you go through and you actually look at the data, so you'll see researchers and they'll test, be like, hey, how does Bollinger Bands work as an indicator, right? Trading when it reaches this level and then getting out of it this way.
Works till something happens. Works till they're a double top in Bitcoin for the first time in history. Like, I don't give a fuck what any of them say. It's retarded. It's all, excuse my language. Damn it. I should do 50 push-ups for that. I decided I'm doing 50 push-ups every time I say that word. So
you guys keep track of that.
50 push-ups, and I'll do it when I use the bathroom too. It only takes me about a minute.
Well, no, why don't you put it up on your Instagram stories later? Press the record button.
I'll just do it right now. Fucking when Jake fucking comes on, I'll put my screen down there right now. I can pump out 50 in 1 minute.
There's a lot of people like I'm talking about the pussy lickers. I'm sorry, the pussy ticklers. The mustaches is what I was trying to say. Like, I think I'm going to continue to grow mine out for. I'm going to continue to grow mine out for the next several weeks, at least probably till the end of the month, and see how long it goes. Maybe get one of those ones where you can curl it up or whatever. Oh, you're muted, bro. I think you hit the keyboard.
I'm going straight to here.
Are you going to bring that?
I never had any facial hair until I took tea.
Oh, really?
None. I mean, I had enough, but like I never had a beard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to shave probably every once a couple weeks. Like, but when I took tea, my hair immediately, and it kind of, dude, to be honest, I did have very nutrient-less childhood and it was my fault too. Like, my parents tried, and I was a fucking weird ass kid. I had anxiety problems. I didn't want to eat certain things, and I really think I did. Like, I might have had low T but maybe not. I was a feisty little fucker.
Hey, you know what we should do in the interim before the next 90-day challenge for fitness, which we'll be covering this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So make sure you set your reminder on your phone. We should do a mustache contest for the month of the month of August. Right, that might be interesting. We could do a mustache.
Guys,
contest.
What do you think? Should we get a streamer mustache thing going? Maybe Jake would like to participate in such a thing. Real quick, I want to bring up the Hedron USD price because this actually matters to me and to a degree.
Because the Hedron, I would expect would continue to lift with the market, right? Because all boats are going up when the tide comes in. But also,
interesting. But it's not even that. It's that. The weird thing about Hedron is that the initial dump took it out of everyone's mind. So no one cared anymore. And then the smart ones started thinking, hey, that's a B-share derivative. Maybe I should buy like a lot of it because it crashed far below where it started. And I think that's what I want to pay attention to, Sam, because the fact that Hedron crashed, I think that crash was a little unnecessary, but it happened. Okay. So it happened. And I think that return to normal might feel like a big pump, but I think we're going to get added on top of that for Icosa. But I feel like just returning to normal, that I think Hedron's very, 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 very bullish for me.
The idea of a B share, right? Like if there was a way to tie it to the value of a B share, right? Because right now it's just print shit, right? But yes, it print shit based off of the B share of Hex, but there's no like linkage there yet, right? Like there's no like where if this goes up, if Hex goes up,
I think if Hex runs, like there's no chance they're not sticking. It's just all this little shit. I just don't think it's gonna you'll ever be able to see any kind of correlation. But when something goes up 5,600%, you'll be able to tell because that asset's either gonna do normal shit or it's gonna pop. And if you know that pops, and I'm calling it right now, when Hex finally does pop, Hedron's gonna pump harder. Yeah. Just because it's tight. People don't care about selling when things are going up. They don't sell anymore. Their blinders go on. All the selling goes off because the gains are just nuclear. And you're just like, whoa, every dollar in there is like, could change my life forever. And then the whole market cycle thing changes again. Everyone starts to, double top. Richard starts shaking his ass. Then we're back down 95%. It's like, but I just think because it's tighter, lower liquidity, I don't think there's going to be crazy sell pressure because a lot of those guys with huge bags already sold. And a lot of the guys that want to use that as their primary wealth have already bought because those guys don't have big shares in Hex probably. Like people aren't buying a lot of Hedron that already have a lot of Hex. I'm assuming they're going to want to like have two. Anyway, I just, that's all theorizing, but everyone's going to forget that I said this and I'll probably forget too, but I think Hedron's going to run so fucking hard when, and that's not even counting Icosa and everything. I'm not even thinking about these things right yet.
I think if Icosa works, if the value prop of Icosa is if that price of Icosa allows somebody to even get 60 or 70, 50 to like 80% of their stake in Hedron out without going through those multiple steps of taking their HSI stake and then taking their Hex, right? They take that through Hex. They take their Hex through the Hedron front end and then get their HSI stake. They take that HSI stake, they convert it to an NFT. They take that NFT and they list it on OpenSea. And those are all like steps that need to be done. If this becomes more seamless and somebody can extract, if they do $1,000 Hex stake and they're able to extract say 50 to 80% of the value from that Hex stake with Icosa, this could be interesting and very bullish on Hedron. Would you say this is for me? This is far more bullish for Hedron than it is for Icosa. Doesn't mean that people are not going to make money in Icosa, but
it's just
far more valuable.
It's all fit. The more I've been realizing that this is all going to stay down until everything goes back up. And, you just realize that over time and all these fundamental principles. And then you're just like, man, I remember when every single coin was absolutely nuking. No one was selling their XRP. No one was selling their Cardano. No one was selling anything because they were all like, I'm going to be rich again forever. But then the smart ones had Hex, and Hex went up a fuck ton, lot more than stupid other shit. Except some stuff did extremely well. Did you see PLSD is at $8.63, Sam? That is like a double from when I sold it.
Yes.
GRC got smoked on that one, baby.
Yes. I sold mine too, and it is up big time.
I'm calling a fakie. I think Gunther's pumping that shit himself. I think
which is not necessary,
which is cool, but like how much is he going to dedicate his whole life to that? Maybe this is the done. That motherfucker is so crazy and awesome and weird that I think he would spend the rest of his life keeping that price of that shit up because he probably could.
And if he does, like, he could make a lot of money doing that. So, like, why wouldn't he? Right? Like,
Yeah,
if he can,
fuck it.
if he can add a 10x or 100x on the price on his price, like, that
He's the
seems super
goat.
bullish.
That's goat status. That's awesome, dude. Like that's why I came on here and I told him I sold my shit right off the jump. He didn't care. He told me I was gonna get wrecked. I was like, fuck. Yeah, like I didn't think so. Stash Wax fundraiser. Ooh, Stash Wax. PLSD is pumping.
Whoops, Stash Wax, you want to say hi?
9. Yeah, hi Hexagon Papa. Great to see you as always. I appreciate the super chat. You're the goat. Dr. Vray, the Diamond Czar. PLSD is pumping almost 9 USD. That's fucking insane, dude. He invented that shit out of nothing. Not Gunther, but the guy who did. And then Gunther just started liking on it. He's just like, this shit's dope.
Can someone check the Gunther buying rumor? I mean, he's bullish on it. He wants to get to
I don't think you need to check. I don't think there's a reason to check. Like he says that the whales are holding the price up. That's what he says. Like that's what he's telling you. That's just like when Richard's like the OA is holding the price up. He's not telling you he's buying. He's just telling you the OA doesn't sell. Blah 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 blah. He's like, yeah, I'm buying, bitch. Of course, let's pump this shit to. You know what I mean? Like it's just side talk. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to read between the lines a little bit and understand that if he dumped on your head, like who cares? Like who gives a fuck? He's just made an invisible coin that just went up to $8. So suck him.
Correct. And if like. Because there's all sorts of cool shit you can do. So imagine if you have, $10 to $50 million, and
they have a staking feature, and you earn Pulse Bitcoin now. It's not out yet, but like this is like what he came on the show and said that one day.
We should cover that because that will be very interesting.
Dude, could I buy back in?
No, don't FOMO.
I just want to feel like I could use fucker. Just fucking stuck myself with a piece of freaking the chair. Damn, that hurt.
Think about this though. If you've got $1 million at LP and you're making, say, 10% a month on that, depending on how you do it, maybe you're making 5%, right? So that means if you're making 5%, which is 50 grand a month on your $1 million, this is extra money you don't need. So you can take that $50,000 and prop the price up and just continually buy. Every single month, you buy another $50,000 worth of PLSD, right? Every month, you just buy another $50,000 so that you don't have to sell anything necessarily. You're just taking the fees you earn from LP to go through and buy other shit. This is how I plan on getting, once I get this position up to $100,000, I'm going to start utilizing that, but continue to add to that position, but can now start peeling off to create other positions, right? So that I can have multiple positions using the profit from that first position to buy other ones. Just similar to, say, creating a business that generates some type of cash flow, utilizing a little bit of that cash flow to invest into another business or back into this business to grow it faster, and then peeling some off to get into like build other positions.
Yeah. So check this out real quick. Just an update on Icosa. While we got, Alex dodging me like a Reggie Bush on the Saints. Whoops, wrong one. No, he's just busy. He always answers me. He just says, "Oh, we'll do it next week," but then he's like busy as shit, and I'm also a spaz. Where things are with Icosa. This is Alex McWhirter.
This is yesterday. And who is Alex?
He is the founder of Hedron, and he writes the code as well. Where things are with Icosa, as far as I am concerned, contract is complete and ready to go. Just cleaning up some of the UI elements and adding at least preliminary Hedron.
What is that?
Where's Jake?
What is Hedron? What is the Hedron? I don't know if I follow Alex on here. So if this is going to be launching very soon, this is going to be very interesting. What happens?
The 3-month on Hedron looks incredible. I didn't pull it up, but let's just hold on. I just DM'd Jake. Sorry. I think he might have gotten the wrong time. Who cares? We love Jake, and it doesn't matter. I'm live every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern, GRC. Hey, guys, real quick, while we're switching over, you can pull up whatever you want to say. I'm getting a little ADD'd out, and I want to message a few people. So everyone, let me show for 1 sec. Sam, you think about whatever you want to pull up for the next second. I just want to say one thing. Why don't we retweet this tweet? Get this shit popping like we always do. Good tweet action this morning. Ooh, guys, very impressive. I want more.
What's up, Crypto Sloth?
More Sloth. Great to see you as always, guys. Let's say hi to some people, Sam. Rip City's in here trying to get stashed up.
Anybody else have a mustache? Tag me on Twitter. You know, it's sam.stole, I think, or something like that on Twitter, or link down below. And take a second and click this and then retweet this out on Twitter.
Oh shit! Check the Telegram. My bad.
D-Dron was a typo. T-Bird, you think it was a typo? They're like in two different spots on the keyboard. If you look, there's 3 spaces apart.
Hold on.
Curious. I don't know. Maybe it was a typo.
It could have been a typo, bro. Typos happen.
Crypto Sloth. Oh man, I'm gonna put this. Can somebody send this to me on Twitter or Instagram? I'm gonna post this.
It's in the Gym Rat Schoolhouse Telegrams. The last post.
Ask Crypto Sloth.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a 3-hour break. See you later. We'll just keep this here. Is there any way that we can get that to be on us while we actually stream? Is there some animation we can do, guys?
Yes, Snapchat cam.
Well, there we go, guys. Bullish, best in the business.
I'm gonna look for that and see if I can download that picture right now. Who did that video picture? That's awesome. You are awesome. Whoever did that, thank you. This is gonna be over on my Instagram. If you guys want to check out Instagram, sam.stolt, and come over there, say what's good, what's Gucci, bro. This is fucking pictures hilarious. Okay, let's get back into this.
So let's talk about the heat. What were you about to pull up?
No, I was trying to download that picture, but I'll do it afterwards.
Jake, me and Jake had a miscommunication, guys. So, and we're ending the stream at 25 minutes. So we're just going to have to, maybe I'll do a stream with Jake later if he wants to come on. But yeah,
or something. Yeah,
it's all good. No worries. The thumbnail is very not legitimate, but that's okay. Jake, you're on the thumbnail today and I'm not switching it. So smile.
You're welcome for the free marketing.
Yeah, and your links are down below because I was thinking about you. You know what I mean? So the Hedron price chart is pumpy. All right, let me get to some of these chats. And what you want to pull up anything, or where you just want to keep talking? At work, the earbuds is an unusual semi-AFK multitasking. Yeah, it's so AFK, dude. AirPods in general, $8 billion in revenue last year for the regular ones, for the cheapo ones. And that was the year probably before. So I don't even know what they did last year because I remember looking that stat up. That's the second or third most purchased item at Apple. Like, it's crazy what they did with those. Anyways, the reason I am here today is because of wireless headphones. The reason I am here today is because I could do the work that I was doing, which was like climbing towers. I couldn't really have my phone like in my hand, but I could turn it on and put it away. So earbuds, AFK. AFK means doing something without actually pressing anything. So just like doing it while you're doing something else. Multitasking.
Oh, that's interesting. AFK, what does that mean?
In a video game, it's like when you do something in the video game, but you don't actually have to be present. You just have to click it once and then you can walk away. So it's like you're actively doing the game, but like you're not clicking the button. And then non-AFK would be something that you have to be like right up in there. Like a video game where you're like, oh shit. Like if you don't pay attention, you'll die.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that. There is one thing that I would like to pull up. If you want to say hi to anybody else in the chat real quick,
I never knew that meant away from keyboard. I just literally just thought AFK meant I never thought about what it meant. So that's very interesting. But I nailed the definition. Absolutely nailed it.
You fucking
nailed it.
Dominated. That mustache is fucking why though, bro. Like it gives you.
I dominate with this thing.
This is going to get pretty long pretty quick. So Coinbase, right? We had Coinbase laying off people, but check this out. So this has happened, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday, where Coinbase is actually going to allow BlackRock to purchase. So BlackRock, what is BlackRock? BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world. I believe BlackRock has around $7 trillion of AUM, assets under management.
It sounds like bullish. That's bullish.
Yeah, this is very bullish. This is very so.
I wasn't thinking we were about to read bullish news, so this is great.
This is bullish. Yes, correct for Coinbase. But think about this. Think about this for a second. If you take, let me pull up a calculator. If you have somebody, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's over $7 trillion. They have over $7 trillion. So I think that's 12 zeros, right? Millions, billions, trillions. Okay, $7 trillion. Now, what happens if we just get 1%? 1% that gets taken from the BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the effing frickin' planet. 1% of their assets under management is now able to legally flow into Bitcoin. What does that mean in terms of potential buying pressure? Like, this alone could be the catalyst for up and to the right. 1% of $7 trillion is what do we got? $70 billion here. $70 billion. Imagine $70 billion over the next 24 months flowing in as new money into Bitcoin and then trickling out through altcoins. That's pretty freaking bullish. Very bullish. To the point where I think could this be the catalyst that starts driving things in another direction? Maybe. I still think there's going to be a sell-off.
Wait, Coinbase selected by BlackRock. So when they say selected,
wait, let's read through this. This is a quick.
Okay. Yes, I would love to read this because I would love someone to come and save fucking Coinbase. That would be ideal for GRC. Someone please save them because it seems like they just got a hair over their head. And I just wish they had more support because the ecosystems are growing so vastly and other companies are coming out that probably, real quick before I go into reading this, that tweet that Jack did about his favorite Hexagon streamers, go into those comments right there. I just tweeted it below and you tell him Sam Stolt in GRC, Crypto in the Morning as your favorite show because it's dominant. Stash is on point, high testosterone, high, very nice to people as well. So let's read this. Coinbase selected by BlackRock provide Aladdin clients access crypto trading in custody via Coinbase Prime. Coinbase and BlackRock to create new access points for institutional crypto adoption by connecting Coinbase Prime and Aladdin. Now, remember, guys, this is centralized garbage, so we don't care what they do with more money for them. Just send more money. I don't care. Send all the centralized money to them, all of it. I don't get it out of there. Coinbase at least is a bridge to the best assets ever, which we love. By Ted Paul, head of Coinbase Institutional, and Greg Tuzer, vice president, institutional product. Over the past few years, Coinbase has played a central role in developing and strengthening crypto markets as the safest, most trusted bridges to crypto economy. Today marks most strengthening.
Coinbase.
Try not to lose it too much because I lose it like crazy.
Coinbase is like the portal from fiat to crypto. That's all that's saying.
Coinbase. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Coinbase has been the safest probably. Yeah, they're right. So I think Coinbase has been pretty safe. It's a pain in the ass sometimes, but it's safe. Starting with Bitcoin through connectivity with Coinbase Prime will provide crypto trading, custody, prime brokerage, and reporting capabilities to Aladdin's institutional client base, who is also clients of Coinbase. Sam, can you explain something of what I just read?
So Aladdin, I believe, is BlackRock's nomenclature, just name for the software that they use to manage their institutional clients' money, right? So if you look at what's the one that Bank of America owns, starts with an M, Merrill Lynch, right? Merrill Lynch has their own software and they have a fucking name for it, right? It's the same idea. It's just software, which is Aladdin. But this is very bullish for crypto. Very bullish for crypto. Wait until this is sealed, right? Because this could take 6 months for it to be implemented.
The timing, think about the timing though. Maybe they're timing the pity little bottom. They don't, just like any product, you would rather. There are smart people in legacy finance. Don't get it twisted, guys. The ones that chirp their mouths, not smart. The ones that shut up and stay to the sidelines, smart, because everything that's spoken into legacy finance becomes old news very quick. and they understand that, so they just shut their little mouths about it. But they are learning, and they do want in. And this is just making it much easier, more trusted, more everything, more money. And it's bullish for crypto. This is how the money gets to the crypto.
This is going to, as I
This is
mentioned,
the next bull run, dude. This is probably what's going to cause the next bull run, like stuff like this.
AUM of BlackRock to see how much.
Just like any bull run, there's always a reason. You can look at the lines on the chart and they just tell you a story over and over again. The stories are just similar, you know, like they're just like someone bought out this, someone's innovating, someone's doing something, someone's changing the world, but it happens almost automatically. 10 trillion USD BlackRock. Jesus Christ, guys.
10.
Whoa.
10
Whoa. Imagine if they decided to take 0.05% of that. Wow. We just 25% the whole crypto market in 0.05% of BlackRock's fund, which is a reasonable amount to put into something, I would say.
Bro, think about this. $10 trillion. Say this takes 3 to 9 months to finish the semantics of tying this deal together between BlackRock and Coinbase. Okay. When that portal is open, you have $10 trillion of assets under management by BlackRock. 0.005%. So half of 1% goes from the legacy market into crypto. This is just a diversification play, right? People are like, hey, I've got all of my bags in legacy shit, whether it is private equity, hedge funds, stocks, bonds, futures in foreign markets, here domestically, et cetera. I would like some exposure to crypto from a diversification standpoint to hopefully, if it's going to explode, cool, right? That's how these people think, right? If you take a half of 1% of their assets under management, that's $50 billion. $50 billion, right? Like that's a lot. Now, what sizes? Somebody let us know what the size of the crypto.
2 trillion at the top, I think.
Okay, what is it right now?
Probably like 1.1.
Okay, so let's see here.
Wait, is it maybe it's 2 trillion at the top? Yeah. But these numbers are so inflated. So in reality, like they have way more liquid funds than dude, all the liquid funds in fucking crypto are lies. Like there's not a lot of liquid funds in crypto. You know what I mean? Like even to like speculate with the numbers of the market cap would be like undercutting what could possibly occur. Because if they have real money and they put it into crypto, all these tight liquidities will go to the fucking moon, dude. If they put it into ETH or anything, like maybe not, I mean, anything really, the liquidity is so tight. Real dollar bills for people that don't need it, it's so bullish. And that's the best part. They don't need the money.
Oh, yeah. I had a buddy who used to work here, and he made $750,000 in a year working for them, getting them to raise.
That is the money. They are the money. Like
correct.
They are literally, they are the money. Like this is where the money comes from, guys. And they're deciding to pick Coinbase. GRC's used Coinbase for 8 years now, and I've never had a problem other than them holding my funds for like a week too long if it's too much. That's the only problem I've ever had. So it's bullish. Yeah, the numbers are just stupid though. Like when they start saying 2 billion, 3 billion, that's peanuts, baby. Peanuts. Little peanuts. I mean, 2 trillion, little peanuts.
If you thought of this, which is not the same, but if you thought of the assets under management from BlackRock as GDP in a country, right? They're definitely not the same thing, but GDP by country, $10 trillion would put them in the top 10 countries in the world by GDP, which is pretty crazy. And they're involved in a lot of different shit. So if you look at the countries by GDP, right, you have the US at 20 trillion, 19.5 trillion, China at 12.2 trillion, right? So it would be the third largest economy right, this is assets under management, different than GDP, but that's astonishing, right? Above Japan and everybody else on this list, which is absolutely insane. right? To think about the size of this. And this, we know what will happen, that it will go from 0.5% of assets under management in BlackRock. And if somebody knows, like, when this goes into effect, that would be a valuable piece of information in my mind, because this is going to start out at a fraction of 1%, and then it's going to go to 1%, then it's going to go to 2%, then it's going to go to 3%, then it's going to go to 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, right? We already know where this is going to go, period. And if you're not in crypto, like, what the F are you doing? Like, this is the biggest opportunity you will ever see in your entire life. Like, this is massive.
Yeah, no, it's 100% massive. This is how it happens. You have to look at the price action as events in time where things occur, right? Like, where people are like, oh, let's team up. Oh, wow. When Richard recalls the charts, he always mentions what happened at the time. He always says, oh, that's when the ICO for Coinbase launched. Oh, everyone bought the rumor. Everyone sold the top. We were already in. And it's just like, it's always because the money leaves for specific reasons, but that could confuse some people because you're thinking, oh, it's just random. No. It's a value system. Certain things happen when certain value propositions get met. And at the tops and bottoms of that, people make decisions. And people that are smart sometimes make really good decisions. Guys like Blackwell, where they're like, fuck it, let's do the Coinbase thing. This is a time in history where crypto will be connecting. We've been talking about this the whole show. It will be connecting. We don't know if it's in 3 months or 10 years or whatever, but it's happening. All this tech will be here when our kids are running around. That's for sure.
My estimate is by 2027, right? We've talked about this before. I think by 2027, if you look at the previous growth of crypto and you cut that growth down by 50%, and you extrapolate that into the future, right? So there's around 300 million people in crypto right now, according to crypto.com. If you extrapolate that into the future, the growth rate went from, like, I think around 100 something million people globally in crypto, now to 300 million at the end of 2021. And you cut that down, we're going to be at 50% of the world population in crypto by 2027. And it's hard to grasp that given where we are right now. But I relate this back to EVs, like electric vehicles. People don't understand what's happening with electric vehicles too. By 2027, there's going to be probably around, by 2027, there's going to be over 50% of all new vehicles produced are going to be EVs. And people don't realize this. They're like, no, there's no way, right? Like, they're going to buy their gas-powered vehicles. They like the sound of the fucking exhaust and shit like that. Well, preferences are going to change. And we're already at nearly 9% in 2021 of new vehicles produced were EVs. 2022, it's going to be 14 to 18% of new vehicles produced globally were EVs. The following year, it's going to be 30%, right? The following year, it's going to be even higher. So this is going to continue to accelerate, just like it's happening with EVs and electric vehicles that are just dominating. The same exact thing is happening here. And we're watching it. We're watching this play out with crypto. We're watching crypto completely eat alive everything. We've been doing this show for 6 months, 7 months. I don't know how long we've been doing the show. And the idea that if you pay attention to what's going on, we see new crypto projects launching virtually every single day. We just talked about Icosa, right? Hedron has already, both of those projects have launched this year. Then there's been a boatload of other projects on top of these, like weekly, that's in this space around the topics or in this community that we talk about. But remember, there's hundreds of other communities just like this out there where they have projects launching regularly every single week as well. What do you think is going to happen in the future as we have project after project after project after project after project after project? There's going to be, most of them are going to fail, but there's going to be 16 of those that are going to turn into gargantuan.
It's just technology. Like, we're too smart now because we've seen too much shit on the internet. So now we can extrapolate, like, the growth rate of these things where, like, maybe companies could do that before, like, figure out, like, oh, I don't need it. I know people are going to come out with more electric cars. They're going to be crazy fucking sick. I know Tesla's leading the race right now, period. But I know someone's going to come second, and they're going to give Elon a run for his money, and he knows that. He's not stupid.
Number 2, BYD, company out of China. Those are going to be the top 2 companies in 2030.
You don't think they
You
have
heard it
meetings
here
about
first.
those motherfuckers over at Tesla? They do. They certainly do. But because it's a race, it's men. These are men and women that are trying to push hard. And once you're in that position yourself, you can see it easier because you're like, okay, there are people out here that are pushing. There are guys like Jake that are hiring people to do this, that, and the other. There are guys like this that are willing to put their lives on the line, put their whole entire reputation on the line to push forward and do stuff. You learn about humans. You learn what they're willing to do. In these market cycles, the bottom will bring out the best and the tops will bring out the worst, right? Like that's when the stupid people will start thinking that they're smart. And at the bottom right now, where we're at, around the bottom, that's where people that are truly inspired to do the right thing are so excited because the value proposition is actually possible. It's possible to do anything right now, and we know it. Like, I don't care if this show works out. Like, I'm going to be rich as fucking dirt if I don't get hacked on every single account that I have. You know what I mean? Which is, you never know. But it's crazy.
Archie mentions, where is the LD energy going to come for these EVs? It's already being produced, dude. If you look back, the last time I looked at this before switching to covering crypto, back in 2021, I think it was the month of October, when I looked at the data, according to, I think, the EIA, if you look at the new energy produced that came online in the month of October of 2021, it was around 80+% of new energy that came online in that month was all green energy. Archie, this stuff is already happening. Just the mainstream media is getting money from gas and oil, so they're not going to report on this shit. They're
not going to let you know before they get rugged. Why would they? It's the same thing in crypto. You know, is Mashinsky going to let you know to take your funds out first?
We got the porn burglars here.
For these guys getting $80,000 to $190,000 talking about shit on the internet and selling their whole souls to being fucking absolute disgusting human beings for $180,000. Guess what? Inflation will beat that. Beat the snot right out of them. They'll be begging for mercy in a few years, I promise you, because they will have been rugged by the exact thing that told them. Because, you know, just like the news anchors, they don't get the fucking good news. They get the stupid news. They get wrecked. They get ruined. Guys, that big fat black guy that talked to Richard on that one thing, I can't remember his name, but he was a fucking moron, and I hope that he gets his bags get wrecked because he was making fun of Richard. Richard was up there trying to help. He was trying to show people. He was trying to change the world. And this dude was like, yeah, well, I'm reading off a teleprompter. Richard's like, dude, I could literally pay you to suck my wiener. Like, literally. Like, Richard could probably pay that guy enough money to put his mouth around his penis. Mm-hmm. I believe it. So that dude needs to shut the fuck up. Like, I hate the fucking media, and I hate that Richard needs to like go on shit like that, or anyone.
I did not see this thing, the show you're talking about, or the interview, or whatever.
It was on the news. It was on like Fox News. It was a news segment, and like, you know how news segments are. But Richard was being stand-up, tried his best to be nice because it was news. You know, this isn't like talking to crypto girl over on fucking whatever. This was the news. And he was talking about the inflation, blah, blah, blah. And this dude was just like, had like 4 lists of things to say. And then he just said them. And then.
Yeah. Did somebody just mention inflation? Or I don't know if I saw that. Did you just say the word inflation a minute ago? They were talking about inflation. Okay. So I
forgot, dude. This is a family show. Dude, that's my bad, bro. I know y'all got your kids around and stuff. I'm never going to do that again. I forgot. Dude, I forgot. I literally forgot, dude. Oh, I forgot y'all have kids and stuff. Oh, no.
It's all good. They're going to learn at some point. They've got to learn at some point.
It was just a value proposition thing. It wasn't necessarily just tell them it was a value prop thing. Like, if you have a certain amount of money, you can make people like go run and stuff. And then say you can also make them do other stuff.
Oh, man, the comments today are hilarious.
I feel like a burglar today. Maybe when you saw me put this hat on, you should have told your kids to get out.
when the hat comes on, it's it's.
I feel horrible.
No, dude, it's well, the kids are gonna learn at some point. Like I don't. Yeah, the kids gotta learn. Swearing and just life is part of life. Like if you try to coddle kids, that's what you get today. Like this country is a lot of fucking pussies, right? You got to have not the coddling of children in the sense that like they got to be exposed to reality. But that's why you have so many soft like teenagers, so many soft adults
so
don't understand.
Bro, dude, my parents softened me up like a little freaking pillow. And then I was like, started doing drugs and stuff.
Beanie comes out, GRC becomes a criminal, doing drugs and everything.
Guys, it's 11:59. You know, I wish I could stay on for hours on end, but I got to work now. I got to work with Bullish and Sam in the background. We got a lot of stuff going on, guys. It's going to be absolutely incredible what we got going on. I got to play this one more time before we do the outro, but we're not saying bye yet. We'll be right back. KSB.TV presents the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. We have 2 shotgun times, 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Registration is 1 hour prior. The Concord course offers a 7,034-yard par 72 layout with Bermuda fairways and large greens. The spectator pass is $55. The individual golfer is $195. In the golf foursome, $750. Play Golf Network with others and win crypto prizes. September 5th, 2022. Contact us at ksbtv/golf.
Can somebody tag me on that on Twitter? I've got to hire somebody who's helping me out with some renovations in the house after they're done working. So in the evenings, I'm generally very, very busy. Well, during the day I'm busy, but then also in the evenings I'm busy because he comes and he's working on after he works his day job to work on the renovations at the house here. So, but I haven't been watching a ton of content lately, even if it's Richard Hart's, just because I've been very, very, very busy. But I'd like to catch that. And with that being said,
oh wait, hold on, guys. What time is Richard going on with Rollo Tomasi? Dude, Rollo Tomasi wrote the first book that I ever actually read, I think.
What was it?
It's called The Rational Male. It was about human dynamics. Like it was about social dynamics between people and like sexual dynamics between women and men. And it's like a book to like teach guys not to be so stupid that they give all their money to chicks and like shit like that, because a lot of plebs do that kind of stuff. And you know that, Sam. You've seen that stuff. I've seen a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't even take girls on dates. I wouldn't even do that. I like when I was
nowadays. This is my rule for everyone that wants to know. Like with my girl and stuff. Like I'll pay when we're out and about. I'll pay for everything, but I ain't paying for no fucking shit. Like I'm not paying for no tickets. I ain't paying. You know, for the most part, if we're doing stuff. Like I, you know, and if I was rich and she was my wife, I'd pay for whatever. But like in general, I just pay for dates and cute stuff. But keep your wilds to yourself if you're not married, guys. Seriously, for the most part.
So what time is that show?
They're on the way out. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say it's about time to wrap things up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I got a video up here with I want to play DeFi. Oh yeah, what time is Richard Hart and Rollo Tomasi going on, guys? Please tell me. I want to know that. I might stream that. I actually have to stream that. That's God mode. That Sam, if you only knew how many people read that book and interact in that community, it's bullish, guys. It's super bullish. Those guys are smart young men. They all have jobs. They're all trying to get better, and they're all reading those books and shit, just like I was years and years ago. And look at me now. I'm an absolute goat. It worked, Rollo. You fixed me. I was used to cry myself to sleep, motherfucker. DeFi proof, guys. Everyone have an amazing day. It was great seeing everyone. Please let me know when that 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, great. I'll be streaming that 150,000 million%. Guys, I'll see you then. Everyone have a great day. DeFi proof. Listen to this banger.
And I'm balling ETF. Farming with my stables in the decks. I'm holding IRA and Everflex. I'm sticking all this shit on Everest. And I'm balling ETF. Farming with my stables in the decks. I'm holding IRA and Everflex. I'm sticking all this shit on Everest. You see, the problem was these epochs. Now I'm printing daily, man, who need that? I check my APR on VFAT. And the regulation printing big stacks. I simple swapped it for some BNB. Took my shares and I made a big. Treasury on $1 million.
And we printing all these digits.
And I'm balling ETF. Farming with my stables in the decks. I'm holding IRA and Everflex. I'm sticking all this shit on Everest. And I'm balling ETF. Farming with my stables in the decks. I'm holding IRA and Everflex. I'm sticking all this shit on Everest.